I'm just gonna get my shoes on, sorry. All right, we'll start with our deep breath in and our squat, reaching up and stretching our elbows to the back wall when we come down. We'll do a total of 5. I think this is 4. One more. Good, and we'll do some chest openers. So palms up, thumbs back. And then we'll flip our palms over. Do some arm circles, start small, getting bigger as we go. And then we'll do backwards. So starting small, getting bigger and bigger. And then we'll just do a couple of shakers back and forth and up and down. Just get nice and loose. All right, and then we will touch down, opposite fingers to opposite toe. All right, one more on each side. And then we'll take this into a side lunge from one side to the other. Think about sitting your hips back. And one more each side. And then we will do some reverse lunges. And in our reverse lunge, we'll do a twist. Just a gentle one. When you do your reverse lunge, you don't have to step back too far. Just making sure your front knee is at 90 degrees. And we'll do one more for each leg. And then we will come down into our tabletop. We'll do a couple cat-cows. And then we'll take one hand, put it behind our head, and we'll do some T-spine rotations. And other side. Follow your elbow with your eyes. And from here, we can come into a plank. You can do a push-up from your knees or your toes. And then we'll walk back up, walk your hands to your feet. And we'll do 5 of those, so inchworm push-ups. So hinge forward, walk your hands out into a push-up, and then back up to standing. So I think that was number 2 for me. Take your time. Number 3. 4. I think I have one more. When you get into after your push-up for your 5th one, take your right foot and bring it up beside your right hand. And you can just gently rock back and forth here, using your back toe, kind of push yourself forward and back. And then we'll switch, do the same thing on the opposite side. It's almost like you're doing a plank saw, but one foot is beside your hand. All right, and back to plank, and walk your hands up one more time. And once you've rolled up, we'll jog on the spot. So today's workout is Tabata with cardio. So we have a pair of exercises. We'll go back and forth between that pair 4 times, and then we'll do a minute of cardio. So 6 rounds total. With our exercises, we work for 20, rest for 10, and then the cardio is 1 minute. So we'll do some high knees. And I'll show you our first set. So our first exercise is push-ups, which we just did a couple of, right? So whether you're from your knees or your toes, we're just doing as many push-ups as you can in 20 seconds. The pair with that one is a low boat hold. So we're just gonna hold this position here, hopefully with our shoulders off the ground. And the cardio for this round is broad jump forward, high knees back. So broad jump forward, and then high knees back. I usually do about 6 high knees back, but it depends on your space. So we'll get started as soon as I get my timer on. All right, so we will start in about 5 seconds with our push-ups. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So 20 seconds of push-ups. Try to get as low to the floor as you can. Think about your elbows going to the back corners of the room. And flip over onto your back for our low boat hold. And go. So making sure your lower back is pressed into the ground. I have my arms by my side. You could put them up above your head if you'd like. Making sure your lower back is pressed into the ground and your shoulders are off the ground. And rest. Flip over. So that was round 1. And we're back to push-ups. 2, 1, and go. So your elbows shouldn't be going out into a T, which is what often happens. And flip over. Our low boat. 2, 1, and go. So shoulders off the ground, lower back on the ground. Don't forget to breathe. 2, 1, and rest. Flip on over onto your stomach for round 3 of push-ups. 2, 1, and go. Don't lock your elbows when you come all the way up. And flip over. Only one more round of push-ups to go. So low boat, 3, 2, 1, go. I find that as we're going each round, my legs are getting higher. Try to keep them low as long as your low back is on the ground. 2, 1, and rest. All right, last round for this set is last push-ups. 2, 1, and go. And flip over. And last low boat, and then we do broad jump forward, high knees back. 2, 1, go. I try to keep my feet flexed just to engage your leg muscles a little bit more. 2, 1. We're on our feet for a minute of broad jump forward, high knees back. 2, 1, and go. Broad jump forward, any high knees back as you need. Try to land softly in your jump. Really use your arms. 20 seconds to go. Five seconds. And rest. All right, so we get a 30-second rest in between rounds. First exercise is jump squats. Okay, we all know jump squats. Second exercise is plank walk. So you're in a plank, walking side to side or forward and back. We're not starting yet. We still have another 10 seconds. And paired with that is 4 skiers with drop squat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, drop squat. 1, 2, 4, drop squat. Okay, so we'll start with those jump squats in 9 seconds. 2, 1, and jump squats. Trying to land softly. Rest. We're going to make our way down to the floor for a plank walk in any direction. 2, 1, and go. So maybe you want to go in a square or alternate frontwards and backwards each round. 2, 1, rest. Back up to jump squats. 2, 1, and go. You can have your feet turned out a little bit, which will allow you to get lower. 2, 1, rest. Back on the ground for our plank walks. 2, 1, and go. Always keeping your wrists under your shoulders when you return to kind of your starting spot, and rest. All right, up for round 3. 2, 1, go. So jump squats, round 3. And if you don't want to leave the ground, maybe come up on your toes. 2, 1. So plank walks. 2, 1, go. 2, 1, rest. And up for our last round. 2, 1, and last round of jump squats. 2, 1, rest. All right, last plank walk. 2, 1, and go. If I'm going sideways, my right limbs go at the same time, or the same limb, same time. If I'm going forward and backward, it's my opposite. All right, so our cardio is 4 skiers with a drop squat. 2, 1, go. You can change the number of skiers you do. If you only want to do 2, if you want to do 8. Try to make your arm movements meaningful. Don't just throw them in there. Ten seconds to go. 2, 1, and rest. So next round, it's pike, tricep up downs. So whether we're on the ground here, or you can use an object as well. That's number 1. Paired with that is a side plank. Sorry, we're not starting yet. I'm gonna fix that timer one day. You can either do a side plank, or if your wrists are hurting you, an oblique crunch. So if you want, you can be in a side plank here, okay, any version, or you can be doing an oblique crunch if your wrists are hurting you. And that the cardio for that is either jumping jacks or star jumps, or maybe some sort of combination. So first is our tricep up downs in a pike position. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Your elbows are in, bum is up. And you're lowering as slowly as you can your elbows to the ground. 2, 1, rest. So side plank or oblique crunches, depending on how your wrists are feeling right now. Or of course, you can do your side plank on your forearm as well. Whichever version of a side plank you want here, or oblique crunches. And we will switch sides every round. 2, 1, rest. So back to our tricep up downs. 2, 1, go. Your elbows stay in. 2, 1. Don't forget to switch sides this time for your side plank. 2, 1, go. If you are doing a side plank, your elbows and wrists are right under your shoulder. Hips are up. 2, 1, rest. So now we're going around 3. Tricep up downs. 2, 1, go. So in your pike, it really should only be your upper body moving. We're really isolating our triceps. And right back to our side plank on our whichever side you started on. 2, 1, go. I'm doing a side plank crunch. For this one, you can do crunches, hip dips, holds, leg raises, or just hold it. 2, 1, rest. All right, last round. So our last tricep up downs. 2, 1, go. Try to get as low as you can. Don't lock your elbows on the way up. 2, 1, rest. So this is our last side plank or oblique crunch. 2, 1, go. And our cardio for this is either jumping jacks or star jumps or some sort of combination. 2, 1, rest. So we're up on our feet for our star jumps or jumping jacks. 2, 1, go. I'll let you know at the halfway point if you want to switch. That's halfway. Almost there. 2, 1, and rest. Grab a drink and I'll show you round number 4. All right, so our first one is our first one's a split squat hold. So one leg's in front. It's almost like we're doing a lunge, and we're gonna hold for 20 seconds here. And then we'll rotate each side each time. Cardio for that one is plank up downs. I didn't realize how much wrist involvement was in this workout. So if you'd rather hold a low plank than do a plank saw, that's a good alternative. Or we can do plank up downs. And cardio for this is 4 high knees, 4 butt kicks. 4 high knees, 4 butt kicks. So we'll start with that split squat hold in 10 seconds. So one foot's in front, almost like you're in a lunge, and you're just gonna sink down. So you can take a check-in with your front knee. making sure that it's not over your toe. You can pulse if you'd like, or you can just hold. And then these are paired with plank up downs or saws, low plank saws. 2, 1, go. If you are doing up downs, try to change which hand leads. Keeping your hips square the whole time. 2, 1. So now we're doing split squat with the other leg forward, if you can remember. 2, 1, go. So sink down. Try to keep your chest up, your back flat. If you want to put your hands behind your head, that might help keep your chest up. 2, 1, rest. Right, plank up downs or plank saw. 2, 1, go. Whichever one you're doing, try to keep your hips square to the ground the whole time. 2, 1, rest. Round 3, so we're back to our first leg for a split squat. 2, 1, go. Like I said, if you want to add in a pulse here, that's okay. But just check in with that front knee. 2, 1, and up. And on the ground for round 3 of our plank saw or plank up downs. 2, 1, go. Two, 1, and rest. So starting round 4, so our opposite leg. 2, 1, go. Your back leg doesn't have to be too far back. Keep your chest up, your neck neutral. 2, 1, and rest. And our last plank up down or plank saw. 2, 1, go. And our cardio for this is high knees and butt kicks. So 4 of each. 2, 1. So 4 high knees, 4 butt kicks. Or you can do 30 seconds high knees, 30 seconds butt kicks. Up to you. And go. You can do 5. I think if you do 5, then you switch your lead leg. Or maybe not. Try to get your arms involved. That's halfway. Almost there. Two, 1. All right. Round 5. I'll show you in a second. Exercise number 1, we haven't done in a while. It's handstands. Once again, sorry, heavy on the wrists. I'll show you in a second. So 2 options. You can, I think you guys can see here. You can just go into a handstand here, or you can walk your feet up the wall as high as is comfortable for you. So you can do it this way as well. I will hold for 20. That is paired with single leg V-ups. So 1, 2, etc. And cardio for this one is tuck jumps, donkey kicks, or both. So tuck jump, donkey kick. Okay. All tuck jumps, all donkey kicks, or you can just do straight jumps. Okay, so that's our round 5. We'll start with our handstand in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Try to keep your neck neutral here. Two, 1. And that's paired with single leg V-ups. 3, 2, 1, go. Don't rush just because it's 20 seconds. Think about quality. Think about going up and down with the same control. 2, 1. And back to our handstand. If your wrists are hurting you, you could do shoulder presses, or you could do back rows if you have some weights nearby. 2, 1, go. Whoops, I didn't make it up. Keep that neck neutral. 2, 1, and down. And back to single leg V-ups. 2, 1, go. Remember, control. Try not to use any momentum on your way up. 2, 1, rest. Right, round 3. 2, 1, and go. Two, 1, and release. All right, single leg V-ups, round 3. 2, 1, go. Two, 1. All right, this is round 4. Last one for this round. 2, 1, and go. And down. All right, last single leg V up. And then tuck jumps and donkey kicks are next. 2, 1, go. You can do double V-ups if you want. and rest. So tuck jumps, donkey kicks, any combination. 2, 1, go. Halfway. Almost there. 2, 1. All right, our last round, we'll do single leg deadlifts. Right, so balance, single leg deadlift to a raised knee, paired with bicycle crunches on our backs. Here, bicycle crunches. And then our final cardio, we're not starting yet, is runner's start. Okay, so we'll start in 10 seconds with single leg deadlifts. And go. So think about proper form here. Two, 1, and bicycle crunches. To be honest, these were both exercises that involved wrists, but I'm realizing that it's a wrist overload today, so I switched them at the last minute. 2, 1, rest. Try to remember which leg you didn't do. 2, 1, go. You can try not to touch down with your leg. It's really good added core benefit. Making sure your stationary leg is always slightly bent. All right, bicycles for round 2. I'm gonna enjoy this couple seconds on the ground. And go. Your hands behind your head should not be supporting it. They're just kind of there. 2, 1. Sneaking in a quick drink. And go. Try to keep your neck in line with your spine the whole time. You don't have to go too low. Bicycle crunch round 3. We're almost there. 2, 1, go. Try to get your shoulders off the ground. 2, 1. All right, last round. I forgot which leg I'm on. 2, 1, go. You don't have to touch the ground. Just try to keep your back flat the whole time. 2, 1, right, last bicycle crunches, and then we do runner start to finish off. 2, 1, and go. 2, 1, rest. All right, last minute of work is our runner start. 30-second one leg, 30 seconds the other. And then we are done. 2, 1, go. Lean into your front leg. And our other leg is taking us to the races. Get your arms involved. We'll switch in 3, 2, 1, switch. Try to get low in that front leg. And try to pick up the pace a little. We got 15 seconds of work left for the day. 2, 1, and rest. We are done. All right, we'll do a cool down. It is 7:43. We'll make it fast. We'll start standing up because we're standing up. We'll start with our shoulders, our triceps. Hopefully you're breathing. We'll start to slow down. And switch. You can add a little bit of a side bend in. All right, and across your chest. Try to keep your shoulder away from your ear. And switch. All right, we'll grab one foot by our laces for our quad stretch. Your standing leg should just have a slight bend in it. Feel free to grab a chair, a wall, a ceiling to help you balance. Think about pushing your laces into your hand. All right, and take that same leg, cross it over your standing knee, and we'll sit for a glute stretch. Once again, grab a hold of something if you need to. And set back of the standing, same thing with the opposite foot. Hopefully your breathing has returned to normal by now. Right, and cross your leg over your standing knee for a little sit down stretch here. All right, and back up to standing. If you can find a wall, do standing calf stretch. So hands into the wall. And you can alternate with one foot forward, one foot back, stretching out your calves. And switch. And bend your knees, come on up, and we're done. Maybe give your wrists A good wrist circle. Mine are pretty sore. That's it. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and a wonderful week.